Good morning, children. Today I am going to explain how to form the equations when the word problems are given using two variables. So these are the questions here. Here we have to form the equations in two variables and then we have to find the values. Okay, so in this first question, the hostel charges are fixed hostel charges and rent, which depends on the number of days that food has taken. Okay, the food is taken for the number of days. So according to that, we have to formulate the equations. Okay, in the second question, it is about the fraction. Whenever there is a fraction, we'll consider the numerator and the denominator so as a variables. So x and y we can use the numerator as well as denominator, and in according to the given conditions we will form the equations. In the third one, it is about the score in the test. For correct answer and wrong answer, the conditions are given and then we have to formulate the equation. This is the third question. And the fourth question, in the fourth question, it is about the speed of two cars. So from the two places A and B, two car starts, first they move in the same direction and in the second part they move in the opposite direction. Okay, so here in this question, whenever there is a question of speed, distance and time, we have to use the formula of speed is equals to distance upon time. So this formula we are going to use in this case. Okay, and in the fifth question, it is about the area of rectangle and the length and breadth. It is reduced and it is increased. So according to the given condition, we will formulate the equations in this case. So we will assume the length and breadth as the variables. So these are the questions. Now I am going to discuss the solution, how to form these equations. So in the first question, for the solution, we'll assume that let the fixed charges be x and the cost of the food per day be rupees y. Fixed charges we have assumed as x and cost of the food per day be y rupees. Now it is given that the student for 20 days he has to pay 1000 rupees. So we can formulate x plus 20y is equals to 1000. And in the second condition, uh, the 26 days charges for 26 days is x plus 26y is equals to 1180. Okay, so we can formulate these equations and we can solve these equation using either by uh, elimination method, or you can use cross multiplication method or substitution method. So here elimination is simply we can use the elimination method and we get the value of y. If you subtract these equation, you will get the value of y. Okay, so here you should get the values of y as 400, x is 400 and y is 30. These are the values of the variable. X is 400, y is 30. Now we have assumed a fixed charge as x, so fixed charge is 400 rupees and the cost per day for food is 30 rupees. Okay, so in this way we can simplify this. Now in the second question, there is a fraction, so we will assume the numerator and the denominator. So in a fraction, let the numerator be x and the denominator be y. So the fraction becomes x upon y. Now in the first condition, it is given that the numerator is reduced by 1. So x minus 1 upon y is equals to 1 by 3. When the numerator is reduced by 1, it becomes 1 by 3. Fraction becomes 1 by 3. So x minus 1 upon y is equals to 1 by 3. By cross multiplication, it is 3x minus 3 is equals to y. So 3x minus y is equals to 3. 3x minus y is equals to 3. Okay, and in the second condition, it is given that when the denominator is increased by 8, the fraction becomes 1 by 4. So by cross multiplication, it is 4x is equals to y plus 8, and hence we get the second equation as 4x minus y is equals to 8. This is our second equation. Okay. So in this way we get the two equations here. After solving these equations, you should get the values of x and y as x is equals to 5 and y is equals to 12. And hence the fraction becomes 5 by 12. Okay. In the third question, we will assume the variables as the let Yash gave correct answers to x questions and wrong answers to the y questions. So x number of questions are correct and he attempted y questions, and these questions are wrong. So there are 3 marks allotted for the correct question, correct answer, and if the answer is wrong, 1 mark will be deducted. So according to that, we can formulate the equation as 3x minus y is equals to 40. And when the second condition, we apply the second condition, we get 4x minus 2y is equals to 50, because 4 marks are given to the correct answer and 2 marks will be deducted for the wrong answer. So 4x minus 2y is equals to 50. These are the total marks. So 4x minus 2y equal to 50. Again simplify this. Here you should get the values of x and y as x is 15 and y is 5. X is 15, y is 5. Okay, in the next question, it is about the speed of the car. So we'll assume the speed of the two cars be x kilometer per hour and y kilometer per hour. X kilometer per hour and y kilometer per hour. These are the speed. Now children, here we are going to use the formula speed is equals to distance upon time. Now we are going to find the distance. Distance is equal to speed into time. Okay, we have assumed the speed as x and y and time is given to us. Observe this figure carefully. These are the two places A and B. The two cars one car starts from A, another car starts from B, and they are moving in the same direction, and the point is P. At this point they will meet after 5 hours. Okay, and distance between these two places A and B is given, it is 100 kilometer. Now we are going to find the distance AP and distance BP. AP is the distance covered by the car which starts from A. Okay, and just now we have seen the formula distance is equal to speed into time. Time is given, it is 5 hours. So speed into time, speed is of the first car is x. So distance will be x into 5. Okay, x into 5, that is 5x. So distance traveled by car starting from A in 5 hours, that distance will become AP, it is 5x kilometer. Then similarly we can find the distance covered by the car which starts from B. So that distance will be BP, and it is also the distance covered in the 5 hours. We can say that it is 5 into y. Okay, because speed of the second car is y kilometer per hour. So this distance becomes BP is equals to 5y. And from the figure, it is clear that AP minus BP is equals to 100 kilometer. So we can formulate the equation as AP minus BP is 100 kilometer. Hence 5x minus 5y is equals to 100, dividing throughout by 5. We get x minus y is equals to 20. This is our first equation. And in the second case, the car moves in the same direction, that is towards each other, when car travel towards each other. Okay, now again we'll find the distance AQ and the distance BQ, distance covered by the car which starts from A and distance covered by the car which starts from the place B. So that distance here, the time is given, it is 1 hour. Distance traveled by the car starting from A in 1 hour, and that distance is AQ, it is x kilometer, because when they move in the same direction they need less time, okay, to meet each other. And in this second, the distance traveled by the car starting from B in 1 hour, that is BQ. This distance BQ will be 1 into y kilometer, because time is 1 hour. So we get x kilometer and y kilometer. This is the distance AQ and BQ. And from the figure it is clear that AB distance, total distance is 100 kilometer, that is AQ plus BQ is 100, x plus y is equals to 100. So in this way we can formulate the equation. These are the two simple equations. You can solve these equations, and here you should get the values of x and y, that is speed of the two cars, 60 kilometer per hour and 40 kilometer per hour. Okay, and the next question, in the next question it is about the rectangle. So we will assume the length and breadth of the rectangle. So let the length of the rectangle be x units and breadth of the rectangle be y units. Then it is about area, so we have to find the area of the rectangle, so it becomes x into y. Now the first condition is given, the area is reduced by 9 when the length is reduced by 5 and the breadth is increased by 3. So it is x minus 5 into y plus 3. Okay, x minus 5 into y plus 3, this multiplication is area and the area is reduced by 9. So xy minus 9 is equals to x minus 5 into y plus 3. Open the bracket, x into y plus 3 into x minus 5 into y minus 15. We can cancel xy from both the sides and we get the equation as 3x minus 5y is equals to 6. First equation. And in the second condition, it is given that the area is increased by 67 when the length is increased by 3 and breadth is also increased by 2. So we can say that xy plus 67 is equals to x plus 3 into y plus 2. That is xy plus 67 is equals to xy plus 2x plus 3y plus 6. Cancel xy from both the sides, and here we get the second equation as 2x plus 3y is equals to 61. When you solve these equations, you will get the values of x and y as x is 17, y is 9. So in this way we can formulate the equations, linear equations in two variables whenever the word problems are given to us. Okay children, so I hope that you have understood how to formulate the linear equations in the word problems.